Ladies and gents, following the success of my previous video entitled Do Some Work, You Lazy Bint, it's time for another episode of Who Employs These Absolute Maniacs? So let's get into it, shall we? This tweet, I've never seen someone this traumatised from doing a paltry 8-hour shift in a relatively laid-back, temperature-controlled, civilised environment. Let's just get into it, shall we? Trans barrister has a meltdown because 8 hours is too long to work on a day. In a day, but you know what he's saying. Most people who've worked for a living have had to work a 12-hour shift at some point. When I was a teenager working at the coke ovens near Middlesbrough, if there was a shutdown, you'd do 12, 13, 14 hours a day. It wasn't that bad. And that was menial work, carrying steel upstairs in the rain whilst covered in coal dust. So I really want to know what this scrawny, geggy soy boy has got against working an 8-hour shift in Starbucks. But maybe I'm being judgmental. Maybe it's terrible. There's some unknowable thing going on at his employment. Maybe the manager's touching him under the bridge. Let's find out, shall we?
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I really want to. I almost walked out.
Stop saying literally all the time. I'm literally about to quit. Yeah, you can just say I'm about to quit. We know what you mean. Can you figuratively be about to quit? No. It's my pet hate. You all know it. Stop saying literally, unless you really, really need to, which you almost never do. Anyway, regale me with your tale of war, please.
Out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day.
I didn't make it sound that pathetic when the doctor was checking my prostate, and he's got particularly large fingers, my doctor. I'm kidding. I'm too young for that, Anna. If you're only 3 hours into your shift and there's loads of customers waiting to be served, what the fuck are you doing hiding in the store cupboard, you useless little shit? Get out there and serve some customers. That's what you're for. Unless you're the social media manager for Starbucks, you shouldn't be cowering in the back room making a fucking video.
Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people.
One of them's called out, yes, and the other one is having a meltdown in the broom cupboard. Can you believe this? This is why former military people miss the military, because 99% of the people that have been weeded out by the training process are going to be good lads. So when you've got to do some work that's tough, you've got a job that's difficult, you know you can rely on the people standing next to you. They've had someone call out sick, so this little bastard's hiding in the closet. Weird. Not hiding in the other closet. Is she? I don't even know. Tell me more, androgynous thing.
We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers, and they're good.
13 people's more than ample, isn't it? How hard is it to make a drink? Although, you probably need a shovel to get the sugar in some of them drinks to sell in Starbucks, so maybe you can put your back out. I'm assuming the bloke who works in the back of Starbucks is like the coal shunter on a steam engine, shoveling the sugar cane into the beverages. Just drink stout. 12 pints of Guinness is better for you than drinking the shite that Starbucks sell.
We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be.
Managers don't care about us. What do you want them to do? Read you a fucking story? Give you a hand job first thing on the morning? Your manager's just there to make sure you do your work. What do you mean care about us? I manage people. What do you want me to do? Come round your house and mow your lawn on a weekend, you lazy little shit.
Be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in. They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling.
This can't happen. You can't be expected to work 8 hours in a day. This little mutant's great grandparents, probably like loggers, hewing logs for 12 hours a day and carrying them through the fields in the snow. To have gone from that, a generation of coal miners, the greatest generation, people that fought the Nazis and stormed the beaches whilst being raked by gunfire, to see these little worms whinging because they have to do an 8-hour shift is laugh out loud funny. It's like parody. This is indistinguishable from if I made a comical video satirizing a pathetic, scrawny, limp-wristed soy boy. Do some work, you lazy little twat.
We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because I don't have their orders ready and they don't know what to do.
I can't go on. It's too cringe. Someone called off sick. Yeah, you're going to have to work a little bit harder. I understand that. But when someone's called out sick and you're down to 4 employees, or 13, contradicts himself a bit there, one of them then goes off and hides in the broom cupboard. Not really a team player there, are you, son? Not really a team player. The manager has to hold himself accountable, but you're allowed to toss it off in the broom cupboard and make a TikTok video while everybody else does all the work. Basically, you want sacking. I'm assuming the little shit's on the clock when they're making the TikTok videos, so sack that twat. Get back to a meritocracy and hire people because they do well in the interview and they have a strong work ethic, and not because they have the right pronouns for your ridiculous woke CEO. And maybe you won't have employees crying in the cupboards and I'll actually get me bastard drink on time. Just a thought. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I being too harsh on these creatures? I don't think so. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.